You know, I've always taken immense pride of being fashionably late to things. No matter what you need me for, you can always count on me to not be there on time. So why not support my lack of time management skills by celebrating the anniversary of a game that released 2 weeks ago?
What do you do when you play video games and you come across someone with a different opinion from your own? Do you agree to disagree and move on?
Of course not.
Nah, you start a full-on war against this person and anyone else who shares their opinions, and you don't back down. You fight to the last man so that you may both truly know whose opinion is correct. And when it's all said and done, you step out onto the ruined, bloody battlefield and you ask yourself, was all this worth it just to prove a point?
Absolutely. Hi, how's it going? No, don't worry about this. This is just vinegar. I'm trying to numb the pain. See, last night I was playing Tetris 99. Couldn't win a match to save my life. I may have let things go too far in some places. Oh, that fucking tears it! That's the last straw! I've had it up to here with this game! Yeah!
You've got to find a way to tell people that A, your game exists, and 2, what your game is all about, and for the love of God, make it snappy. I've got fingernail clipping in 50 seconds. That's where the video game trailer comes in. A quick video plopped online to alert people that a game exists and that they should, get this, buy it.
But my fingernails, ooh, new Spider-Man game!
Celeste was made on accident.
Well, shit, so was I, but you don't hear me bragging about it. Alright, so let's look up what are some life skills. Alright, we got basic housekeeping skills. Well, my house is a f***ing pigsty. I'll just call it exterminator. How to survive without electricity? Come on, this isn't the 1800s. How to unclog a toilet or sink? I already got that one covered. How to make a major purchase? I just bought another sock. I already know how to do that. Oh, how to cook? F*** it.
I only really ever bought a bunch of garbage on the Nintendo DSi shop, though. I would just kind of browse, and then if I saw anything remotely interesting to a 5-year-old me, I would buy it. And that's how I ended up with games like Earthsaver and 10-Second Bro. It's on this?!
Dude! I'm so fast. Listen to how fast I am. I'm just so fast. You know, I'm so fast. I'm way faster than you. I'm faster than anyone. I'm just listening to how fast I can talk. I can talk this fast forever. I can go fast forever. I'm so fast. Let's just listen to how fast I am. Just listen to me talk fast forever. I'm just so fast. Listen. Yeah, that's right. I wear sunglasses now. Did you know apples grow on trees? Isn't that so cool? How do they do that? Did you know apples are plants? And we just eat them! We just put plants right into our stomachs! Is that nuts? Or. Did you know that apples invented gravity?
However, if you aren't a huge Sonic fan going into this game, I feel like it loses a lot of the impact of seeing all this stuff come back. Like, instead of being like, holy fucking shit! Sharks from the fucking game! Holy shit! So cool! You'll just find yourself like, this is pretty cool. I don't get it, but it's cool. Introducing virtual reality. Now you can slide your face into an oversized pair of glasses and immerse yourself even deeper into a game. When you move your hand in the game moves. When you turn your head in the game moves.
Wow, it's crazy. It's like I'm actually moving my arms and head.
You can't have a video game without characters, and without a main character, you don't even have a way to play games. You need an actual main thing to experience the game world through. Without a main character, you don't even have a video game. Please let me have this. And so she forces herself to keep going. At this point, reality starts to crumple around her, and is that a fucking black hole?
I called it! I made an infomercial!
Do you suffer from commitment issues? Not sure if you should buy that whatever it is people buy these days. Introducing the instant purchase button, perfect for just ripping the band-aid off. The instant purchase button makes it easy to just buy whatever it is you want to buy. That box of burned out light bulbs? Buy! That sweet apron? Buy! That pancake restaurant franchise? Buy! You'll never have to second guess yourself on a purchase again. Remember, if you don't like it, you can always return it. The instant purchase button. Buy it now so you can start buying everything else now.
Oh! Yeah, I gotta give me one of those! But Mario's success didn't just form overnight. No, it's like the doctor said when I was born. You gotta start somewhere. Maybe start a little later than that. Just a bit later. There we go!
Here's Resident Evil 7, which allows you to play the entire game in VR. Now I saw this and went, oh my god, that sounds incredible and terrifying, let's do it! So I started the game up and...
You know, I try to do one new thing every day. Keeps things interesting and makes it so my life's never boring. Today I'm going to learn how to play an instrument. Alright, just gotta put the finishing touches on. This is gonna be fantastic. 64 points! What do you mean? This is fantastic! And look, it tastes so good too. No, do not taste good. Where is my... Did I miss it?
This is your interview.
Oh, thank God. I was worried there for a second.
Anyways, Seth Donsmore, boss.
Hi, Droopy Tersen, unemployed and late.
Yeah, you're not off to a good start.
Damn, I was afraid you'd say that.
Whatever. Let's just get started. Why do you think you'd be a good fit here?
I am a person.
Well, that may be true. I need a little bit more than that.
You know what? Here, actually, let me hand you my resume.
This is just the opening cutscene of Final Fantasy VII.
I know, right? That's my role model.
Yeah, you're still not doing well.
It's fine. You know what? Here, I made a video about myself talking about opening cutscenes that'll help you understand.
This is my TV. How did you...
Doesn't matter, Blake!
So many little details in the background and character designs that you probably wouldn't notice unless you were really looking for them. Sure, Nintendo didn't need to go in and give Mario individual hairs, but they did it anyways.
It's been 4 years and I still don't know if that was necessary or not.
But Drew, I can hear you scream, who gives a shit? Stop looking at Mario's hair and play the damn game! And to that I say, it's my free time and I get to pick what to do with it.
And I'm gonna look at Mario's hair, damn it. Scribbled is a 100% handmade game, hand-drawn. It was made with pencil and paper. I'm intrigued. It's a good thing this game is on sale, $2 instead of $10. It's a pretty sweet deal. Wait, hold on a second! That says Scribbed. The eShop said the game was called Scribbled, that the game calls itself Scribbled on the eShop page, and yet here it is on my home screen, and both are now calling it Scribbed. I'm beginning to regret my decision.
When you want to play video games but don't have a lot of money to do it, you've got a couple options. Number one, you can sell your old games for money, which you can then use to buy new games.
No, I could never part with my copy of Madden 25. Never!
Selling my video games is not something that has ever crossed my mind as something I should or could actually do. I get attached to things way too easily and have a very hard time saying goodbye to things. I mean, I've at the very least touched all of these games, and as such, I have a connection to all of them. That's right, even you, Pac-Man Fever, you little shit. This is a Webkins.
Aww.
And this is 26 more. Comfort food could be anything, and it could be your comfort food for any reason. Whether it's a nostalgic meal from your childhood, a simple-to-prepare snack, it tastes good, or you're just insane and wrong, it doesn't matter. Comfort food is completely subjective, and it should just make you happy.
But it doesn't let me play as a red-haired girl climbing a mountain, so f*** this thing.
If you don't know, video games can be really whatever the hell you want them to be.
Ooh, I want a game where I can play rock music with a guitar controller! Yeah, I love video games!
Let's launch a new game, and you know what that means.
I sure do! What truly doing God's work?
In fact, this game was so big, the team ended up using something called an MMC, which is a special kind of chip companies could put in NES cartridges to squeeze more power out of the console and do things you wouldn't normally be able to do without one. So it's like steroids for an NES. Great, next thing you're going to tell me is my Nintendo Switch can get addicted to meth.
I take part in the exact same morning routine every single day. I wake up, walk downstairs, sit on the couch, go back to sleep for another 2 hours, wake up again, make breakfast, eat breakfast, stare at a wall for an hour and a half while I question my existence, attempt making pancakes, squeeze a quick playthrough of Celestine, pour myself a glass of water. This is a nightmare. I need to approach my morning routine in a different way. You know, throwing something new to keep me on my toes. That's why today I'm going to be attempting my entire routine blindfolded. Wish me luck.
When you've got a thing with this many things on it, it's incredibly important to label a thing so people know what thing you're talking about. That's a lot of things. But like, can you imagine if all the buttons on a controller were just red and a game told you to press the red button?
This one!
The main way to learn about new games in the 80s and early 90s was with video game magazines, and I would show you an example of one, but all I have is this October 2017 edition of Entrepreneur, and I'm not really sure what Bobby Flay has to do with the release of Mega Man 3.
You know, graphic design is my passion. I just love making graphics, and designing them is pretty cool too. You know what else I love? Pancakes. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at making them. But it's okay, because I found a workaround. I found a way to combine both of my loves. Instead of making pancakes, I'll make a graphic design for a sign for a pancake restaurant! So let's just open up Photoshop, we'll do a little of this, and a little of that, and a little of this! And voila! We got a perfect, prestigious presentation of a pancake pair of What the hell? Okay! Guess my closet's not working today. This is just great!
Bendy and the Ink Machine stars Henry Stein, an animator called to his old studio he ran with his friend Joey Drew.
Uh-oh. Hi, Droopy Tersen, door opener.
Zach Smith. My friends call me Harvey. PI, at your service.
What? No, I hired a private investigator.
Yeah.
So we've got quite the variety of options here. We could change head shape, skin color, hairstyle, hair color, eyebrow shape, eyebrow color, eyebrow placement, eye shape, eye color, eye placement, nose shape, nose placement, mouth shape, mouth color, mouth position, add accessories like facial hair and glasses, change the color of those, change body height, change body width, choose a favorite color, a birthday, a name, decide if they're a favorite me or not, which basically boils down to having red pants or not. And voila! It made me. Oh, Valve, everyone's favorite game company that barely makes anything anymore. Nah, they can't get to 3, funny joke, let's all point and laugh, 3, 2, 1.
Honestly, you guys need to cut Valve some slack. Counting to 3 is hard. Watch. 1. 2. 2 episode 1. 2 episode 2. Alex. Did I get it right? Damn it!
Emulation is the act of, in very basic terms, forcing your computer to pretend it's a video game console so that you can play games from that console on your computer.
No, officer, you misunderstand. This is my Nintendo DS.
This is the Nintendo DS.
And the grass is green, the sun is hot, and I'm number 7 on the FBI's most wanted list. I'll be back with more obvious factoids in 4 months.
So Nintendo markets the NES as a toy. They make it look like this, and they use weird truth-bending lingo like entertainment system and game packs to ensure that no self-respecting American sees this thing as a video game console. And guess what happened?
Everybody immediately saw through Nintendo's marketing, nobody bought it, and it flopped? God, Americans can be stupid sometimes.
Although now that I think about it, I guess it does make sense. Most VR games heavily discourage you from turning all the way around. Which is fair, you can't get tangled up in the cord, and in the games that do require you to move your body a lot more, you can get pretty turned around, which can lead to some pretty confusing situations when you take the headset off.
What?
Anyways, when she wakes up, she comes across the ruins Theo mentioned earlier. After a bit of exploring, Madeline finds a mirror which breaks and a reflection walks off.
I hate it when that happens. Yeah, it's probably fine. I've hallucinated things a whole lot weirder than that. You see, once I went an entire week drinking vinegar instead of water, and let me tell you, it was a wild week.
The Sonic the Hedgehog franchise is one of such varying quality, and as a result, has produced one of the weirdest fan bases to ever exist. I mean, you put two Mario fans in the same room, they're gonna have a nice civil discussion about how good each and every game in the franchise is. You put two Sonic fans in the same room, and there's a very high chance there will be kicking and screaming and throwing of large objects. Nintendo had essentially found a legal form of brainwashing and was using it to its fullest potential. And yet, somehow my family did not fall victim to it. We remained a Wii-less household, and that puzzles me. Everybody loved the Wii. Everyone had to have one. We had friends and extended family members who all had Wiis, and we loved playing it at their houses. And for some reason, it just never crossed our minds to buy one ourselves. Which makes even less sense because we fell victim to the other brainwashing scheme Nintendo launched at the exact same time as the Wii with the Nintendo DS.
See, look, here it is, a Nintendo DS. It even comes with a name tag that says, I'm a fucking sucker and I'm proud of it.
But then we have the new Super Mario Bros. Games, and they're just the same thing but worse. This little new sticker is just so out of place and annoying, and I don't know, the whole thing just lacks personality. I think it's the black and white, like, this doesn't feel like Mario. Here, let me try something. Okay, it's not perfect, but adding color at least makes it look a little more like a Mario game. It adds a little personality to these logos.
Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't really been on the best good person streak lately. Like, a couple days ago, my uncle's mother, sister-in-law's nephew, stepsister's daughter's best friend's goldfish died, and I was supposed to go to the funeral. Apparently, there was a massive turnout, and they got like 5,000 more attendees than they were expecting. So now everyone on the goldfish's side of the family fucking despises me. But it's okay, because I have a way to make it up to them. Just buy him a cake! Because everybody knows you can't be a bad person if you offer someone a cake. I should go check on it though, because I'm only 63% sure that I put the cake in my fridge, but there was a very real chance there was never a cake to begin with. I did leave myself a note on my fridge door with something about the cake, so I'm just gonna go check on it.
You know, I've been trying to chip away at some NES games recently. I just kind of want to see where a lot of the Nintendo franchises I've sort of admired from a distance got started. Because while I've played a few games from a good majority of Nintendo's most popular series, I really haven't dove deep enough into them. Like, I've played but not beaten both Breath of the Wild and Link's Awakening, and while I've thoroughly enjoyed what I've played of both, if I called myself a fan of the Legend of Zelda series, I think that leaves me entitled to a nice tar and feathering from the community.
It's a fucking Mario game. What are you talking about? You know, it's been a while since I've actually used this thing. It's pretty old. I should probably make sure it still works. Yep. It works. Oh boy, I'm so excited. It's finally time to revisit one of the biggest parts of my childhood. Time to replay Pac-Man World 2. Oh shit, I forgot about this! Okay. Slight mistake on my part. But at least it's over.
Problem number 1. The 3 in the logo is a different color than the text.
We're off to a great start. Alright! Stupid ass game. Wait a second. Can't deal with that again. I gotta be smart about this. Aha! Finally avoided rupturing my eardrums even further. Suck it! Ow. Alright, let's just get this out of the way. I'm not the biggest fan of the original Super Mario Bros. Oh, come on! Have you even played it? Hi, Droopy Tersen. Unemployed, late, door opener, and, oh yeah, pathetic.
Jeffrey Jeffersonson. Heard you found about my Super Smash Bros. Coaching flag.
Yeah, Wait, what did you just say?
Alright, should we start?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna regret this. Nope, your eyes do not deceive you. The Christmas decorations are finally up, and they are up for good. And by for good, I mean until the end of December. And by finally, I mean... well, now that Thanksgiving's over, I really have no excuse. So yesterday I went out to buy some top quality, premium, cream of the crop Christmas lights. And then I spent 3.5 hours trying to figure out how to put them up. Oh shit, the manual's upside down. Wait, that actually didn't help at all.
But there is one other thing. Something that separates Webkinz from any other website out there.
I have so many best friends!
Fighting games! Most fighting games have campaigns or story modes to play through, which means there technically is a beginning and end to these games. And with these, you could try limiting your moveset and try to beat the game without using certain moves, like beating Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's World of Light without the use of special moves, for example. And hey, if you don't want to play the story mode, you can always just go online, I don't care. If I run into you online and you decide you're playing stupid today and I beat you, I will still pop off like I just won the fucking lottery. So let's say, hypothetically, you go on Amazon and place an order for, hang on a second. Scarlet Nexus.
Oh! Yeah!
Okay, so you place a pre-order for Scarlet Nexus because you are hypothetically one of the 3 people who are very excited for Scarlet Nexus and are hypothetically one of the 5 people who have heard of it. So now all that's left to do is wait for the release date. And keep in mind, you're hypothetically very, very excited. You hypothetically want to play Scarlet Nexus as soon as you hypothetically possibly can. So the clock strikes midnight on June 25th and nothing.
Oh, I know what went wrong! The whole thing was hypothetical. Hey, guess what? I invented a new thing. I call it the light stick. And what it does, here's how it works. Basically, you push this little button on the back, and then it shoots light out of the front so you can see in the dark. It's really cool. Here, I'll show you. Lights! Pretty cool, right? Just need to figure out a way to get investors involved with it. And then I could have them get more investors to sell the light stick, and then those people could get even more people to sell the light stick, and then those people could get even more people, and they could get even more people, and then it just keeps going. And then I could have everybody pay me money to sell the light stick, and then we'll all start making money off this incredible product! Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. It'd be a quick and easy way to make some money while I'm on house arrest. But now you're probably wondering, where did it all start? Who came up with the idea of going fast? Well, to answer that, we're gonna have to go back in time.
The first 13 editions of the Ancient Olympic Games featured only one event, the Stadium Race, which was a sprinting event from one end of the stadium. Okay, I might have gone back too far. Let's fast forward a little bit. The first pre-arranged match of two self-powered road vehicles over a prescribed route occurred at 4:30 a.m. on August 30th, 1867. Alright, it was funny once.
Playing through these games was honestly exhausting. The fact that highest praise I can give any of them is that I tolerate them? Nah, I'm done with Mario for a while. Played 3 games, and if you know anything about trilogies, they can only have 3 things in them, so that's it. Wrap it up. Everybody go home. That's it. Nothing to see here anymore. We're done here. What the hell? You know, I learned something about trilogies. They actually need something with the number 3 in them to count as a trilogy. It doesn't matter. There are going to be 197 items in a trilogy as long as one of the things has the number 3 in it somewhere. Last week, I took a look at the first 3 Mario games. I came to the conclusion, they're fine. But it took a lot out of me. Playing Mario was exhausting. Unfortunately, none of those games had the number 3 in their title. So, I have one more game to take a look at. Oh, and as punishment for ending the trilogy early, the universe has decided to trap me somewhere terrible. A beach! So...
Cut the crap. I got a dentist appointment in 30 minutes. If I'm late, I will be fired.
Wait, I thought you weren't a dentist.
I'm not. My boss is just forcing me to go to the dentist. You know what? Forget this. This is a huge waste of my time.
No, come on, please, Seth, stay. It's gonna be so much fun, please.
What are we even doing here again?
We're celebrating Christmas the best way I know how, with some good old-fashioned...
Did you get new couches?
who is this guy again? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
I feel like I've seen you too.
This is my buddy Simon. I told you about Simon, right?
No, I'm pretty sure I would have remembered if someone was named Simon. Also, did you describe my house to him? How the hell would he know if I got new couches?
Of course I described your house to him. Why wouldn't I? I describe all my clients' houses to my friends. It's called freedom of speech. Look it up.
No, that is not how that works.
Focus! Now would you please explain what we are doing here?
What? Did you guys not see the flyers I put up?
What flyers?
I was just in the neighborhood and thought I'd stop by.
I was watching you from across the street and saw Harvey go into your house, so I just followed him.
I swear I've seen you somewhere before.
Maybe you saw me watching you from across the street.
No, before that.
I don't know, I've been watching you for a long time.
Drew, what exactly is going on here?
Right, yes, thank you, Seth. Okay, let's see. Put it around here somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I don't want to play Monopoly.
Are you kidding me?
No, are
This
you
game is
serious?
trash.
This game sucks!
Hey. Now, I will explain this, but you're gonna have to give me a couple seconds to hours to explain the story.
Please,
Here we go
no.
again.
No.
You know, I could really go for some waffles, guys.
Yeah, I hate this guy. While the characters in Smash Bros. Clearly have so much love and care and attention to detail and expert craftsmanship and yada yada whatnot put into them, that's hard to appreciate if there's nowhere to actually show it all off, which is why the stages are just as, if not more important than the characters. And I am going to rank all 115 of them from worst to best. Okay, honestly, at this point, I would actually rather just get a hysterectomy or something. Is it too late to change my mind?
Just like how any good carpenter needs the right tools, or any good businessman needs the right tools, or any good chef needs the right tools, or any good athlete needs the right tools, or any good flight attendant needs the right tools, any good Smash player needs the right controllers. So, before we can even touch the game, please take a look at this. Now throw it away.
What the hell? That was custom made. I spent $500 on that.
Okay, Madeline is clearly on the verge of insanity at this point. She finally catches the bird and... Wait, what? She catches the bird?
Yes!
And it escapes.
Damn it! I don't have anything to push on my desk! That's better.
Alright, so the story. Pac-Man has moved out of the creepiest looking house in existence and into a town full of other Pac people. Except he abandoned his family. His dog's here, Professor Pac-Man's here, but his wife and 2 kids are nowhere to be found.
Does that mean... Does Pac-Man World 2 have an underlying divorce plot?
So anyways, Pac-Man beats Spooky and shoves him back under the tree. Then in the morning, all the Pac people come out and celebrate. The ghosts whine and talk about how they're going to let Spooky out again, but then they get viciously mauled by Pac-Man's dog, and the game ends. And we never found out what happened to Pac-Man's marriage. Hey, look who it is! It's Miss Pac-Man and Junior Pac-Man. I guess that divorce subplot from the last game was resolved. And they've even got some voice acting going on. That's pretty cool. Good for that.
Did someone say cake? Sugar stuffed power pellet a l'orange.
What?
You shouldn't.
Well, you only...
We've all been there. New video game!
Time to play Celeste again. Hey, look! New game. But I'm so close to finishing my... What is this? My 583rd playthrough of Celeste. Maybe another time.
That Sonic Adventure just has so much going on and I don't like any of it. Why did you put this rocky texture here? It looks so bad. Here, let me fix it for you. Oh my god, it looks so much better.
Guys, you're never gonna leave this! Guys, guess what? Holy shit, guys, guess what? You're never gonna leave this! I finally bought a Wii!
February 13th, 2019, Nintendo uploads a Nintendo Direct. That was okay. Mario Maker 2 got announced, as does the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake, and Fire Emblem 3 Houses got a 5-minute showcase for some fucking reason. But there was one game in particular that stood out from everything. Tetris 99, a free-to-play battle royale coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch. And it's Tetris!
This is the greatest fucking thing that ever happened!
Okay, bear with me, because this is gonna sound crazy. Redheads climbing mountains. Yeah, but that's another story for another day. Right now, I gotta go check on that cake I bought. I have been sidetracked for way too long. Alright. Let's see what we got. Wait. No. Where the hell did my cake go? I fucking knew it!
When we turn on our Wii for the very first time, we are greeted to system settings. We choose the language, tell the Wii where the sensor bar is, set the date, it feels really gross setting the date to 15 years after the system's release year, set the time, choose if our TV is widescreen or not, and then we have to give our console a nickname. I named mine Jerry. I mean, we as humans are always on the hunt to be exactly the same as every other human. Wow, you're telling me everyone else is buying moldy bread? Well, sign me the hell up!
I hate my species. So that was the thing. Of course, when you beat the game, you have the option to play through it again, slightly harder, doing things like turning all the Goombas into Buzzy Beetles, making all the enemies faster, stuff like that. I'll pass. The last thing I want to do after playing Super Mario Bros. Is play more Super Mario Bros. Unfortunately, we don't always get what we want.
Super Mario Bros. 2 was put into development because the development team of Versus Super Mario Bros., a harder version of the first game for arcades, really enjoyed making difficult levels, so they decided to make an entire game around that. The idea was to make a game for people that had truly mastered the first game.
So not me.
Well, if you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, might I suggest Brawl? People fucking hate it, claiming it's the most unbalanced and slowest, except it's getting less hate lately, probably due exclusively to nostalgia, and now all the hate is getting transferred to Smash 4 for some reason, so you might as well pick Smash 64 because it's the oldest and therefore has the fewest characters, and therefore is the easiest because there's less matchups to learn.
So now that we've chosen Ultimate, since it's the only game that I actually own, let's actually learn how to play the video game.
You didn't mention Ultimate until just now.
Alright, so let's get into the actual game. Farpoint is a game where you roam a desolate planet and... Wait, did you see that? Farpoint is a game where you roam a desolate planet, and is that what I think it is? Okay. Farpoint is a game where you roam a desolate planet and get attacked by giant spiders.
No thanks! Shut up! Shut up. Today we're breaking the law.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Here we go. We totally just cut that guy off. Did you see that? I actually went out to see if I could get a new pet to add to my collection of best friends. But then I remembered this game is 16 years old. WebKids plushies are hard to come by these days.
It's time to finish what we started.
Pac-Man World 3 is a motherfucking shit.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
All three of the Luigi's Mansion games do a really good job at selling the vibe of the games. They can be creepy, yeah, but they're also set in the Mario universe, so you don't really have anything to actually be scared of. I will say, though, that putting eyes on every single letter is a bit overkill. Here, let me show you what I mean. See, it's just a little less, I don't know, crowded with some of the eyes gone.
Alright, so, first impressions. I died to a snail.
So you boot up Sonic 1 and BAM! Right away you can see Sonic jump out at you, wagging his entire hand. That's not how you do it.
Like this?
Not only do we have access to system settings, but we can also look at the news channel, the forecast channel, the Wii Shop channel, the photo channel.
Okay, this is ridiculous. I was trying to make a point and none of these channels are even working. What the hell am I supposed to do? So there's some rumors floating around that there's a toxic disease being spread. Scientists say that even just looking at someone funny that's got it can make you more prone to infections. They're calling this disease Sonic-itis. Symptoms have been described as making the infected just the most unpleasant and judgmental people ever. Even just touching a Sonic game can get you infected immediately.
Lizzie Maggie is credited with the earliest precursor to Monopoly in 1903, although she named it the Landlord's Game.
Nuh-uh, I'm not gonna sit here and let you just talk about the history of Monopoly, okay? It's like learning about the history of Reddit. Just fast forward to the end and let's get this over with.
Fast forward to the mid-1930s and Monopoly sells millions of copies and continues to sell millions of copies to this day. Suck my dick, Seth.
Hey!
Okay, I just looked up what a hysterectomy is. I take back what I said about that.
But again, it's not like Nintendo cares. As long as their games are selling it, they don't care what happens to the thousands of other games here. WarioWare Get It Together is selling like hotcakes, so it doesn't matter that they're also selling the video game equivalent of bacon-flavored soda. Many people have described the Nintendo Switch as being the better execution of what the Wii U was trying to do, and while I agree to some extent, I argue there's still one more chapter this story could tell. I call it the Wii U 2.
Why? You don't like the name? But you get it. You get it, right? It's a play on words, funny. Okay, fine. I'll stop a working title on it and we'll come back to the name later. How's that? Alright, but that's enough rambling. I gotta learn how to do some actual cooking. So, apron, check. Hat. Close enough. Cooking tools. I have no idea how to use any of these. So without further ado, let's pop this in and get cooking. Spoilers are the name of the game here, and I am not a very big fan of them. Just like how most people aren't a very big fan of chicken pox, but they'll go out and get it anyways.
So has become to terms with the fact that Pac-Man speaks now.
Funny. My pack sense is tingling.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
And so, on Tuesday, August 17th, 2021, after my 13th hour of staring at my wall, I finally said,
F*** it.
And now I am 200% a f***ing sucker. I could go up to anyone on the street, show them a picture of Pac-Man, and they'll recognize him. Excuse me, sir. Sir, do you know what this is?
Piece of paper.
Shit, he's right. So now that I've talked about Super Mario Bros. 3 and to a greater extent an entire trilogy, can I go home now? I would really like to go home. Please let me go home. This is embarrassing. I hate the ocean. Please let me go.
I don't even play mobile games that much. It's just annoying to see where we are compared to where we were. But that's enough of me rambling. It's time to stop talking about mobile games and finally time to start playing mobile games. Wait. No, where's my phone? And that's just the thing. A lot of child-friendly categories actually apply to a bunch of different genres of games. Which makes sense when you think about it. I mean, a lot of games share similar mechanics. It's kind of like how there's no actual difference between the different kinds of gas. Diesel, unleaded, they're all the exact same thing. Whatever you fill your car up with, it's just depending on whatever you feel like.
Disclaimer, there actually is a difference. Do not put diesel gas in your vehicle if it doesn't take diesel gas.
This is where the opening cutscene comes into play. The job of an opening cutscene, much like the first scene of a movie, the first sentence of a book, or the first can of beans cracked open in a pancake recipe...
That isn't how you make pancakes.
The PlayStation Vita really didn't sell all that well. It ended up getting less and less support from third parties, and as a result suffered from a lack of variety in software. Couple that with the fact that Sony really didn't advertise Gravity Rush all that much, and you've got yourself a game that did okay. Oh, this is a PlayStation Portable, not a Vita. What, you actually think I bought one of those things? Why else would I have that certificate?
It's really sad there's no actual way to play this game anymore. It'll just be lost to time, remembered only as one of Nintendo's worst and weirdest decisions.
Wait. How am I supposed to give out points for this? Wait. I think I kinda understand here. Well, let's just jump into it. Hopefully it won't be that much of a challenge. We play as the titular character Metroid. I have already messed up. This game is going to be way harder than I thought. And I spent a lot of time playing those things. They were super fun and super addictive, and they ended up becoming one of my favorite parts of the— Son of a bitch! And, they still hold up. Want to hear something awesome? So I accidentally hung a bunch of these flyers up around my neighborhood advertising a Christmas party where the attendees would play Monopoly. I fucking hate Monopoly. I don't know what to do! It was the first thing I could think of, but before I could come up with a better idea, I already hung up my 80th flyer!
The build-up to a new game can be one of the purest forms of excitement you can get. Watching all the trailers, seeing all the speculation surrounding it, losing your damn mind when the developers even sneeze. There's truly nothing like the build-up to a release of a game. And sometimes, you just can't fucking take it anymore.
I just can't fucking take this anymore! I need it now! The hell is my game? And you know, I can relate to that. Sometimes you just need to do something you've never done before without really needing a reason for it. Like, I've never made pancakes before, but that doesn't mean I don't want to try. This might have been a mistake.
But Henry is able to escape and comes to a fork in the road. Oh boy. Okay. So, I refuse to move any further.
Okay, you know what? Fuck the light stick! Turn the lights back on! Alright, that didn't really help.
Then we get to Resident Evil 7 and 8's logos. These are adorable. Incorporating the Roman numerals into the words is such a genius play and it looks so cool, I gotta try this! Without further ado, here's my rough concept for the Resident Evil 9 logo.
The controller is the unsung hero of all things video games. I mean, what are you gonna do without a controller? This sucks! But a controller is completely useless without its buttons. I mean, what's on the controller is just as important as the controller itself. Like, can you imagine trying to play a game without any buttons? This still sucks!
What do your joints do?
Oh, I hope you mean the other thing. Oh, thank God. I thought I was actually gonna have to use that.
You can hook a controller up to your PC, or you can connect a mouse and keyboard to your console. So you can really play however you want on whatever you want. However, some console games don't support keyboard and mouse controls. On the other hand, most PC games do support controllers, so... Basically, here's how it works. Someone reverse engineers the hardware information of a video game console. They could then dump that information online, which other people can then download to have their computer replicate that information. It's not actually using any of the actual code or software from that console. It's someone looking at how the console functions and then building something new that tells the computer how to behave like that console. Which is great, good for it, but it's not really all that helpful if you don't have any games. Which means you're going to need a ROM of the game, that being the data the console reads to play the game. So you take the ROM of a game, shove that into the emulator reads that data, and BAM! I just turned my laptop into a Nintendo DS, and now I can finally play DS games on the go.
I mean, that's at least how I think it works. I'm not actually very knowledgeable on computers. For all I know, we're using black magic or something. One second, we're gonna go make sure my computer's not possessed. Well, it's the first week in November, which means... Wait, it's the first week of November, which means... I'm late! Oh, I should have been doing this like months ago. This game has so much wrong with it. Its tone is all over the place. The art style is gross in a lot of cases. The characters are shut up. The gameplay is boring. The levels never end. The soundtrack is devoid of life. The combat is stupid. The collectibles are pointless. Characters are introduced and dropped almost immediately. There's so many stupid gimmicks that just do nothing but slow the gameplay down. The enemies take too long to kill. The special monster sections just drag on. And don't even get me started on the spectral realm itself. And I'm gonna pass out from screaming too much! Ugh. Wait, what is going on?
But video games can be 10 plus hours long. Well, at least the ones that care anyways. Pretty sure I could beat Sonic Forces faster than I could make a sandwich.
Want to test that theory?
Absolutely.
Alright, I'm back. How's the game going? Holy shit!
Wanted! Starting off real strong here, this is one of my absolute favorites. You're given a character to find and a sea of faces, and once you find them, you're given more time to keep playing. It's very simple, but it is very addictive, and it's also the only time I've said aloud,
"Where's Luigi? Where's that sick son of a bitch?"
Now, why did I get Super Mario Galaxy when I already have it as part of Super Mario 3D All-Stars?
Option D, all of the above.
Well, after beating it for the first time there, I quickly came to the realization that it was my favorite Mario game. And I wanted an excuse to play it again. Except this time, I get to play it on the original console. Oh, it works, huh?
I'll be the judge of that. You win this time. Honestly, it's one of my favorite parts of gaming. When you see a crazy speedrun of a game you like, there's honestly nothing else like it. It's sort of inspiring. So much so that I'm going to be attempting a speedrun of my own. I'm going to speedrun McDonald's. Apple Maps says the world record is 6 minutes. I can easily do better than that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chalk this one up to bad luck.
It's just the subtle things that leave that little nagging in the back of your head saying, something isn't right. Which brings us to the rat dens.
Shit! No! Shit! Where? Shit! Shit!
You know that thing you do where you take the slice out from the pizza and it looks like Pac-Man?
Yep. That's it. Apparently it's such an obvious joke that it literally created the character.
Listen, kid, you don't need to prove to anyone that you're cool. You know why?
I do. It's because I'm already cool, isn't it?
No, it's because you're a fucking loser.
No.
Listen, you sat down at your desk every week and every time you find something new to talk about.
So, you're saying I should talk about video games less?
No, I'm saying that's who you are. You're a video game talker. It's your single personality trait to play video games. And now you've shown that to everybody. And you don't need to change that about yourself. And you don't need to try to convince others that you're something that you're not just to prove you're cool. Think about it. When is something being forced to be something that it's not ever worked out? You don't need to let the opinions of others shape who you are. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There's no such thing as cool. It's a made-up concept. Everybody's got something about them that makes them uncool. So don't judge someone on the outside until you know more about them. Because here's the real secret. The things that make us uncool are what truly makes us cool.
I'm sorry, you completely lost me. You said cool so many times, and I have drinking so much vinegar, I cannot pay attention to anything for more than 3 seconds. I mean, still fun, still worth playing, but this is more fun. So if you're gonna play one or the other, play Super Mario 3D World. Me, on the other hand, come to resent doing nothing. Need to do something to spice up my life a little bit. I think I might be ready to try Recorder again. I have fully committed to having a bunch of people over to play a game that I hate, and time is running out, and I have done nothing to prepare except stare at a wall for 6 hours. Blue!
I beat the 4th level. And finally we have a boss fight. Fuck!
Wait, how do you fight this? How do you win it? Am I damaging this? How do you fight this thing? Wait, that's it? Is that really? Did I just beat the game? Is that really the whole game? Hey, wait a second. It looks like they have a new version of Webkins? A reboot of something I have a huge amount of nostalgia for? Sounds disgusting, let's try it.
Oh my.
Hello. Welcome to the Kinsville Adoption Center.
Oh my.
Well, I hate to say I told you so.
But arguably the most complained about thing in the gaming community is how objectively good a game is, and more specifically, how good it is in comparison to other games, and the easiest way to do that is assign an arbitrary number to it.
Alright, and for Nier Automata, we'll give it a... 2 out of 10. So that's a somewhat comprehensive coverage of the main challenge runs and the genres of games that allow for them. Now, I know I missed a lot of genres, but that's just because it's not as easy to come up with challenges for them. Like, I know I missed racing games, but what's the challenge there? Can you win a race without pressing the accelerate button? I'm leaning towards no, but I'm going to put it down as a work in progress. Hey, wait a second. It's been 10 minutes and I still haven't felt any of the symptoms of sonic itis. I guess there was nothing to worry about after all. I can't believe that there are actually people that thought this was real. I mean, how fucking stupid do you have to be? I mean, believing in a disease that isn't even fucking real? People have to learn that their actions have consequences. This is gonna bite them in the ass someday. I mean, seriously, believing in a fake fucking disease. I can't believe how fucking stupid. You know, I'm starting to hear it now. I'm gonna go lock myself in the bathroom for a week and hope it wears off.
When you're a parent and ask your kid what they want for Christmas or their birthday or whatever, and all they tell you is video games, what do?
Bye.
there was a lot of trying to appeal to casuals, non-video game players. It was a trend that kind of lasted until the 8th generation of consoles, and then at that point, I don't think anyone really cared anymore. For the casuals, the novelty of having a game played with a waggle stick was wearing off and it just wasn't exciting anymore. And the hardcore fans were tired of seeing so many casual games and barely any games that they actually wanted to play.
And if I'm being honest, I completely understand why this worked. I mean, it was a new concept for everybody, and it was a super simple idea to understand. And I am more happy that this became a trend more than annoyed because it gave us one of the funniest controllers ever created. Like, I want to eat this.
I couldn't help it. I was excited. This was my most anticipated game of 2020. I bought it, woke up on exactly April 10th, spent the whole day playing it, beat it, and loved it.
Of course, afterwards, I was left with the question. Am I upset that I didn't just wait for the game to show up so I could own it physically? Alright, time to play some Final Fantasy VII Remake! And in my opinion, the best way to get someone's attention is to look random thing! Ow.
Now, what about when trailers weren't really a thing? I mean, as hard as it is to believe, the internet hasn't been around forever, so how did companies market their games back in the Stone Age?
Well, this one says Horizon 2 is coming next year. Oh, I know. It's a drawing of a buffalo. What else we got? Spaghetti? Sounds easy enough.
I got the pasta boiled fine enough, but ran into a bit of a problem when pouring it out.
Mom!
Despite there being 100+ stages in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, roughly 20 of them are actually considered legal in the competitive world. The reason for this is because they have basic layouts with no stage hazards, so in theory, the focus is solely on fighting and no character has an unfair advantage. Or we could just turn out all the stages and turn stage hazards on. This way it becomes way more about outskilling your opponent and playing around the stage. I move we legalize on it. Let's get a petition going. Come on, everyone. We can make real change.
What? No, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Again. Who's giving this lesson?
Me! You hired me to teach you!
Nope! That's it! Get the f*** out of my house! And while I do think emulation is warranted to exist, I definitely see why not everyone agrees with it. It truly exists in a moral gray area, and it'll probably stay that way for a good while. Wait, do you hear that? Oh no, it's the cops! Do you think they found out I'm using emulators and are here to haul me off to jail?
Boys, open up! We know you're in there. Come out with your hands up! Don't make me knock again!
I just got put on house arrest for jaywalking.
It's my turn. St. Charles Place. And unlike some people, I would actually like to win. So, I will buy it.
Alright, that's $140 to the bank. And here's your card. And, Harvey, you're up.
Sweet! Community chest! So, what does community chest do?
Nintendo chose A, B, X, and Y because, I don't know, why would they not use A, B, Y, Z? I mean, they would eventually use Z for their shoulder buttons, but why would they not use it for the face buttons? Although if they did that, I could have changed the course of history forever. Shoes could go on our hands! Microsoft, we already know, are lazy copycats, and Sony used X because if they used anything else, it would just look too similar to other shapes. I mean, the only thing I could think of that they could have used was a star, but if they did that, well, we already know what happened if Nintendo used Z instead of X.
Okay, I've had just about enough of this. This was supposed to be a job interview, and all you've done is talk about your stupid video games.
No, this is about good first impressions. See, I'm teaching you about good first impressions.
But this is your job interview.
Right, and I made a good first impression. Please Please, you don't understand. I need this job. That's whatever it is you do here.
You don't even know what we do here.
I want to say dentist.
Get out.
What?
Get out. I can't believe you applied for a job here without even knowing what we do. Like, dentist? Why is that the first thing that came to your little mind? Like, just get out. Get out and never come back.
Did you know that apples can be different colors? Did you know that apples have these tiny sticks at the top that don't taste very good? Did you know you could buy apples at the grocery store? Did you know that you could hold an apple in just one hand? Did you know that the modern apple has 17 chromosomes, which you find to be derived from an ancestor with 9 chromosomes that experienced genome-wide duplication, and that the genome sequence also provided proof that Malacifracide was a wild ancestor of the modern apple, an issue that was long debated in the scientific community? Did you know apples exist?
But the big new addition here is they took out the ability to spam the cake flip, and now you can only do it to stop a rev roll. Oh, and Pac-Man can punch things now.
Excuse me? October is objectively the best month in the entire year because it houses the objectively best holiday in the entire year, hands down. Columbus Day. With the close second being Halloween. It's like different flavors of potato chips. You can make as many new flavors as you want, and some may even be better than the original, but at the end of the day, you're still copying the original.
However, we do have a new option to have the 3DS make a meme from a picture we take with the 3DS camera. We choose a couple features we want, snap a picture, and presto, we get the 3DS trying its hardest.
Aw, it's trying so hard. It looks kinda like me.
There are a lot of infamous video game reviews out there, and a lot of that infamy comes from the unbelievably absurd things the reviewers say. For example, too much water in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
I would argue that any water is too much water. On a completely unrelated note, I am extremely lightheaded, and my doctor says I'm dehydrated. Okay, I think I made my point. Speaking of falling asleep though, you ever just be in public and...
Of course you gotta play these games some millennia, otherwise you just wasted your money. And no one likes wasting their money, just look at all the shit we buy. Look, I bought another sock, only the necessities.
You ever come across something that just makes you want to scream into a pillow and nearly pass out? Anyways, now I'm going to talk about the boss fights in this game now.
But I mean, people are still playing both of these games. Pac-Man 99 might be brand new, but people are still playing Tetris 99, and the game is still being updated too.
So I feel like these games are both equally relevant right now, so I'll just flip a coin. Pac-Man it is.
Alright, so here's the thing. This game is not as bad as people say it is. Granted, it's not easy. There are definitely some dumb moments, but it's not rage-inducing or anything. It kind of just feels like it picks up where the first game left off. You know, like if there were more levels after World 8. It's not a cakewalk, but the people complaining about this game's difficulty are grossly over-exaggerating.
Is what I would say if I wanted to be wrong.
Look, at this point I've talked about Smash a lot. I ranked all the stages in the latest entry in the series, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I've taught someone else how to play the game in general. Clearly I've got some things to say about everybody's favorite crossover, beloved mascots beating the ever-loving shit out of each other. And there's a reason for that.
I'm out of ideas for actual things to talk about. In the meantime... I can't handle this game being on my Switch. I have to get rid of it. I feel dirty for even having it there to begin with. And actually, you know what? Deleting it isn't even good enough.
Alright, it's my turn. Not so fast. You've activated my trap card.
But I haven't even done anything yet.
It's my Pokemon Kirlia in attack form.
That's not from... What?
When I bring out Kirlia, I can use Beckon to gain a supporter card. And I can use Quick Turn to flip 2 coins and do 30 damage times the player of heads to any player.
What the hell does that even mean? So now that I've taken a look at... too many logos, I think I'm ready to update my terrible pancake restaurant logo. Maybe if I just incorporate elements from every single logo I took a look at today, I'll get something that makes me want to vomit. Well, that's gonna do it for me talking about something completely random because I'm out of ideas on what to talk about. Join me next time where we'll be discussing why spending $500 on a console you can't afford any games for is a good idea.
With sites like YouTube, you can now post whatever the hell you want on the internet, and the best part is, other people will watch it. I got no clue what is happening here, but I am a big fan. It blows my mind how little the collectibles do in this game. Like, getting 50 pack dots doesn't even give you a health wedge anymore. In fact, there's not even a pack dot counter anymore. So, like, is there even a point to this at all?
To answer that, I propose a different question. Will this disc be able to resist me stabbing through it with this fork? Damn it. Just trying to make a point with that.
If you're not all that knowledgeable on the medium and want to surprise someone with a video game, knowing the difference between a good game and the scum of the earth isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, especially when all you have to go off is the box art. You just have to go out to a store and just stare at all the video games and eventually just pick one out at random because they all look the same to you. And next thing you know, you've just bought your kid Pac-Man Fever and suddenly you're not on speaking terms anymore.
Should've just gotten him a sock.
Enemies were added to Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, and were brought back for Ultimate. These games allow you to pick one of 3 fighter types, Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner, and then lets you pick from a bunch of different moves within those fighter types. You can also give them different outfits, and in Ultimate you can give them voices. Perfect. Come on, there's gotta be one recipe. Just one, that's all I'm asking for. What else is there? Instant ramen! This game is actively insulting my cooking skills.
Instant ramen is probably one of the easiest dishes to make. I mean, all you have to do is fill it up with water and then... It's probably my cue to call it a day. Well, that's my take on how good or bad the Smash stages are. If you have any disagreements with this list, feel free to send an email to idon'tcare@youropinionsucks.com voicing your complaints. Just kidding, you can't do that because that email doesn't exist because I don't care and your opinion.
And so began a revolution of making characters do things when they're not doing anything. And as technology progressed, developers were able to add more animations to make characters more varied and expressive. He plays with his pack doll like it's a soccer ball!
Alright, we're finally at the end of the game. It's time for the final showdown against Bendy. This is gonna be terrifying, but whew, I'm ready. Here we go. That was terrible.
Alright, travelers, pay attention. As you travel aboard, you get the feeling something is wrong. Suddenly, a giant, massive, rampaging Pac-Man appears in front of you. You have to stop it before it gets to the village and captures the princess.
No, that's what this is just Dungeons & Dragons now.
Seth, what do?
I roll 2 hotels to cast Fireball!
Fireball zips past Pac-Man, nearly missing. Harvey, it's your turn.
Oh, so I don't get to play.
I heroically summon an enormous chicken to cast imprisonment.
Imprisonment connects, and Pac-Man is sent to jail.
Yes! Let's go!
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, can I finally go?
Since Harvey defeated Pac-Man, he gets to go next.
Alright, I cast Earthquake, which is 100% accuracy, and destroys the field!
Ooh, and a shocking turn of events. Harvey has turned power hungry and destroyed the whole world.
That's it!
Harvey, are you okay? What's wrong?
I forgot to close the garage door.
No.
You wanna play dirty, huh?
Things just got interesting.
Bang! 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 Bang!
But as soon as you jump from Nintendo to PlayStation and the game tells you to press X, you're gonna find yourself in this situation a lot.
What the hell? I pressed X! I literally pressed X! What the actual— Oh shit, no I didn't.
Alright, Pac-Man World, it's a thing. It exists. There's not much we can do about it now, 22 years later. We're just left to deal with the aftermath. Notice how I didn't say that was a bad thing.
Pac-Man World 2. No, I haven't found a replacement box art yet. Leave me alone. And the thing is, and I brought it up earlier, most challenge runs just end up being speedrun categories. Because of course they do. It's not enough to just beat the game hard. No, you gotta beat it hard and fast. Gross! Okay. What the f***? Why are there so many repeat minigames that are just slightly different or slightly harder versions of already existing minigames. I would get it, they were like different modes within a minigame, and I wouldn't even care if we still had to unlock them. But it's just so redundant that there are two of the same minigames multiple times over. I'm done. I'm not f***ing doing this. But it's okay, because I've saved the best set of minigames for last. Whoever came up with these at Nintendo is a genius, and I sincerely hope they got a raise. May I present to you Luigi Gambling. If you're wondering why I have a crippling gambling addiction, now you know who to point to. Okay, now here comes the obligatory segment where I try to explain the plot. And I would give a spoiler warning, but I've already read through this thing like 3 times and I still don't understand. Pac-Man World 3 might never get the chance to be the game it was supposed to be. But someone who does have that second chance is me. I don't need to prove to anyone that I'm cool because that's not who I am! I don't need to shut out the parts I'm scared other people won't like about me because I'm scared they won't like me. I shouldn't change everything about my personality to be someone I'm not. I gotta embrace who I am. I gotta set myself free. I know who I am. I know what I like, and I'm not scared to show that part of me anymore. I'm a video game player, damn it, and I'm gonna broadcast that to the world. And I'm doing it all for this game. Alright, I'm gonna go check all the rest of my water bottles, make sure none of them are secretly filled with vinegar. The holiday shouldn't be a time of stress, though. And no matter what you celebrate, or who you celebrate with, or where you celebrate it, it's all about taking a break, focusing on the good parts of life, taking a little mental reset, and you don't want to be stressed during all that. I can't believe it took a derailed game of Monopoly for me to figure that out, and now... well, now I wish I could go back and change things. But on the bright side, I think everyone will be open to some new board game endeavors in the future. With the benefit of hindsight, I think everybody had a great time, and I can't change anything about my behavior, so I might as well just try to be better for next time. And there definitely will be a next time, because I mean, I brought all these people together and formed a stronger bond with them, which is what the holidays are all about. So with that being said, do you guys want to play Uno? Okay. Alright, that's all well and good and all, but I think I discovered the secret to Madeline's dash powers.
Bear with me, the gene for red hair is a mutant gene. All we know is that it colors people's hair red, but what if it does more? What if it also gives people mid-air dash powers, and they're just born with the knowledge to keep it secret? And that's why nobody knew about it up until now.
But the Celeste team knew, and they're trying to expose Gingers and their dash powers by very subtly showing it to us in the gameplay. This has to be it. There's no other reason this could be in the game. That, or I've been drinking vinegar instead of water again.